Hi everyone, it's Sandy and thank you all for joining me here on my YouTube channel. I've got a project share to show you guys using a Coco and Reno's die and stamp set. I've been privileged enough to be a part of their design team for the last few months. I have here their December monthly kit, which is their bows and introducing their new stamp set as well. And I will put the link down below to Coco and Reno's online store for you to subscribe to their monthly dies. They have fantastic dies. You get a whole heap in a pack every time you receive your monthly kit. And in here are all their bows, different shapes, different sizes. And I'll just show you them in a minute. And these are the stamp set. As you can see, I've already started playing around with it. And they've got some lovely different bows, some flowers and a word sentiment and some hearts. And this one here is their bow stamp as well, which I've done a project using this, and I'll show you that project as well. And with this monthly kit, which is the December one, you get a lovely pouch and also this really pretty like a plastic acetate pouch with their name on the front here, where you can place all of your dies and stamps inside the pack as well. But I'll show you these dies. I'll tell you, there are a lot in here. So many bow dies for you to play around with. I'll just take them all out this way. And you get the different shape bows, and then you assemble it and create these lovely bows. And these ones are some more. So there are a whole heap. I've already cut some out, and I'll also put the link to their Instagram as well. They have if you have Instagram, you can have a look at all of the projects that other designers have made from Coco and Reno, from their design team as well. And this is one of them that I've cut through the cutting machine. They're really pretty, and they're just a great size. This is the medium size die, but I think it's this one here. And then you get the back as well, and then you get the little center bit to join the bows together. So that's those, and these are just some of the other shape dies you can cut out. I didn't get a chance to cut them all up for the video, but I thought I'd just show you some of them. And these are great to use as embellishments, or to add onto cards or anything you like. And I've made these envelope style pockets with the larger size die, and that's this size here. So this one here is the large one, and then you have this one here, which is the middle size, but I didn't make one with the smaller size, but the smaller one is just as cute. So I've made this pocket here. This is using my envelope punch board for the 3x4 card size, and this really pretty gingham pattern oval shape is also a die shape that was gifted to me from one of my subscribers, and also from Instagram. Her name is Maryam. I'll put her link down below to her Instagram as well. So I did use her little die shape here, and this is their Stamp Lovely, and I just place a tassel on the front of the bow die, and this is the other one. So this is really easy, and then I can just use it as a pocket. And then on the back of the flap of the envelope, I place one of their other little die shapes, and this is the other one to decorate the back. So they're the two projects that I made with their dies. And I also made some 3x3 envelopes using the stamps, so you can see the different stamp shapes, and that's the back of the envelope that I've made. as well using the stamp, and it's these two here. And I thought these would be great little cards. I just got to make the cards with the envelope for those. And I also made another one here with the leaf, vine type leaf stamp, and that's the back. And on the inside I did make a card for this one to match. It's a 3x3 note card, and I just stamped it all around the front of the card. And then this is the lovely word sentiment, and this is one of their little bow shape. And then on the inside I just stamped that on the corner. And I'll just show you how I stamped the card with the stamp so that you can have all of these patterns all scattered around. What I've done to do that, I just folded my cardstock that was 3x6, and I folded that in half to give me a 3x3 note card. And I just placed the card onto some scrap paper, and I've got the leaf vine stamp already on my stamping block. And what all you do is you just start stamping wherever you like, it doesn't matter. And I'll just bring that over, and you just stamp like that. And that's why you have that scrap paper on the bottom of it, so that it will just stamp onto that, or the extra stamping that you don't need. And you just keep going like that, and it's nice and crisp too when you use a stamping block. It's nice and clear, you can see the stamp, it doesn't smudge or anything. And I'm just gonna put that there. Okay, that one was my fault. and then you just keep going along, and I might just put one more. Let's put that one, I might go this way. So that's how I just randomly stamp the card. And then you can then just decorate the top with word sentiments or whatever you like. And then you can also stamp on the inside to sort of coordinate the front. And then I also made this sort of like a banner tag with a brad, and what you do is you can just turn them over, and then you can leave a message onto the back here, or a little note onto the back of that. And then if they wish to, if you want to send this off to somebody, they can then maybe take it out and they can reuse the tags. And I think this is another great little project to add to Happy Mail or into a card for somebody. And it was my first time ever to use an embossing powder and using my heat gun to make this really fun card. I had the heat tool gun for like 2 years and I have never used it. This is it here. I purchased it from a Sydney craft show about 2 years ago from Crafts for You, and I bought everything that you need to emboss, to do some embossing. So I bought the heat gun, I bought embossing powders, I even bought the inking stamp, and I did buy the Tim Holtz embossing ink to emboss the embossing powder. So they're the two that I purchased. And for being my first attempt, I did try to make the first tag, and that was it here. As you can see there, I didn't do it properly. This was my very first one, so it wasn't too bad giving it a go. And then I decided to just go ahead and just complete a project with it and just start stamping. So I used this stamp by Coco and Reno here, the bow stamp, and I used some vellum, and then I stamped the embossing ink onto the stamp, and then put the embossing powder, and then I used the heat gun, and it turned out okay. I mean, there are a couple of little faults in there. As you can see, I left some of the embossing powder still scattered around, but for my first attempt. I think it turned out okay, and I also embossed the word lovely as well onto some cardstock. And so these are my projects using Coco and Reno's December monthly die, which is their bow die. I hope you enjoyed this project share that I'm sharing with you, and I'll leave all the details down below if you want to head over to Coco and Reno's website and become a subscriber to their monthly kits. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.